YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alexandra here. Hope you're all doing well. Finally getting my dressing room set up. As you can see, some progress. Super exciting. Eventually when I complete it, I will do like a dressing room closet tour. We had one of the spare rooms in our house I have made into dressing room closet essentially. I don't really have as many clothes as I used to have, but I do a lot of beauty products still, and I just wanted like my own room with my own space, and I have that. I'm so happy. We finished the wallpaper this weekend. We put up my mirror, we put up my shelf. That was good. Put up the curtain rod. There's still like some tweaking. I need to get like different curtains, and like I have to put up all the artwork in here. So it's not quite complete. I don't want to like show you until it's done, but I think I will do like a little dressing room closet tour for you guys once it is complete, hopefully soon. So really excited for that. Progress, yay. But that's not what this video is about. Today I am going to be doing my Products with Pan 2025 edition. I do this video every February. I've been doing that for the last couple of years, and really exciting for updates with that as well. The last few years, my collection has been pretty stagnant. I don't really typically have that many products that I've hit pan on. However, this year, as you can see by the title of this video, I have like more than doubled that. So that's really, really great. I'm getting some use on the overall of my collection. My rolling powder project pan, or whatever it's called, I never remember. I should remember. Has been helping me with that because I don't have as much tunnel vision on certain products. I've really been like trying to focus on a few things, not just one or two things, and that's been helping. So I have 26 pans or products with pan in my collection now, which is a lot. The last year was 10. So that's more than double. I think the year before was like 12. I can't remember. Some of them are like repeat offenders that are just gonna be in this video every year, probably till I die, because they just are products that are not going to get used up anytime soon. And then there's a lot here that are new that will probably be used up this year. You're gonna see, we're gonna talk about it, and I'm just going to show you all those products. I'm going to start off with some OGs in my collection, and that is my Naked palettes. I have 3 Naked palettes to talk about. You've seen them many times. I have these 2 mini basics Naked palettes, which are really dirty, and that's because the packaging has broken down. That was like that soft touch packaging, and now it's like beyond the stickiness. Not sticky anymore, but it's gross and dusty, so they need to be used up. I don't know if that's gonna be possible anytime soon, but this one, my Naked 2 palette, I was really anticipating for it to be done last year. It's not. However, there was only 1 shade left last year, and it's still kicking around. Can you see how little of amount is left in this shade? Hardly nothing. I really wish that I was able to finish it last year so I can have my first official eyeshadow palette complete. Wasn't able to do that, but like this is going to be done probably by the end of February. I just use this in my brows. I was using it to contour a little bit, but I just can't get my brush in there at all anymore for that. So very soon, you won't be seeing this palette next year because it's going to be done, but super exciting. I don't think I've really worked on this at all this year much, or in the last year. This is just the Urban Decay Naked Basics, the OG. And there were 2 shades in it last year. There's still the same 2 shades. I'm just gonna like bang this one out and get rid of this one and use it up this year, so you won't be seeing that next year. And this black is gonna be kicking around for a long time, so there's that. My Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. A lot of pan on this one as well. This brown one, there was pan on it last year. There was pan on it last year. This is a new one to my pans for the year. I hit pan on it, so that's really great. Currently, fun fact, working on this one to hit pan on, so we'll see. But this is a really hard palette to hit pan on. Very densely packed matte shades, so it's really hard. Are completed a long time ago, but there's some pan on there, so that's really great. A new pan to the collection. I probably need to like complete it this year because the packaging is broken and it's like really messy. This is my Nomad Cosmetics. It's like a highlighter duo bronzer. You can see it's like super crumbly and there's quite a bit of pan at the bottom there. Packaging is broken and it's like super crumbly. I should just bang this one out, but I haven't yet. So I've been working on other things and it's really thin, the product that is left there. And yeah, so I can't travel with this. I can't do much with it, but I do really enjoy it. It's just, I need to complete it because we're in the danger zone. I have 2 cream products here that I'm going to talk about that have pan on them. This is my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. If you've been watching my Rolling Project pan, I'm gonna link that below. You know that I'm trying to work on this. I have been trying to hit pan on this in jar. I've been trying to hit jar on this for a long time. And I finally did it in the last year, but the product is so incredibly dried out that I probably just should have thrown it away. But because I'm so close to using it up, I just can't. So I'm basically wearing it a little bit on my eyes, which I probably shouldn't, and mostly on my face as like a corrector. Really difficult to use. It's so dried out, but we're gonna get there and it will be done this year. I'm sure of it. This is another cream product that I've hit pan on, or the bottom of the pan or compact. This is my Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm by KDV in Light 06. I like the packaging on this. This is really great for me to use like at work, but like it's not a good formula for my skin type. Definitely like in summer it's horrible. And even during winter, it moves around a lot on my skin because I have oily, sensitive skin. So I would say combination oily, sensitive. But yeah, like I anticipate this will be used up in the next 6 months. So that'll be great to get this one used up. It has been hanging around for a couple of years and I finally like cracked it open last year. And it is going rather quickly, but like, yeah, just not great for my skin type. And I don't think it's worth the value because of how quickly it's going. I'm gonna open this because it's completely in this little e.l.f. jar. I've broken it up and made it into a loose powder, but it's in this jar, I promise you. And that was my 3-second brow. There was a lot of pan on this. It broke, it shattered when I was bringing it traveling one time. It's probably like 3/4 full still, so there's a lot of product in there. That's why that little container is full. I will be using that in my brows at some point. That's how I was using it, but like I'm just working on other things, hence that Urban Decay mini basics palette that's in my brows, and I need to finish that before I can start with this. But that's where this is at. This is also, I forgot to mention, from my Urban Decay basics palette, 2 of the shades that I also had last year, but they had shattered and they're in here, but it's not as full. I had pan already on them in that when I repressed them, but this is a product that I'm going to be contouring with. That's what I use today because that other Urban Decay one is just too difficult to get my brush in. It's complicated. Sorry if that sounds complicated. Makes sense to me, but this is it. I forgot to mention that earlier. This is a single shadow from Naked Cosmetics and it's in Mother Nature. It's like a goldish bronzy shade. It's a huge eyeshadow. I hit pan on this last year, but once I started using it, it did go like, I was able to hit pan pretty quickly, but this is like a pretty big eyeshadow. So I don't know how long this is gonna take me, but a while, but glad I got a pan on this. I don't really want like single eyeshadows in my collection. They're just sort of, they hang out, but like, I don't love them. You know what I'm saying? This is Solar Sailor by Kaleidos. It's the yellow one. I hit pan on this last year in my project as well. And it's a tiny pan, but it still counts if you can see it right there, peeking out. And yeah, so glad about that. I don't think there's like a ton of product in these. And they're quite powdery, and in theory they're like a smaller highlighter in comparison to like my Jeffree Star. So I could probably pan this in a year if I really committed, but like I'm not gonna do that. But pan is pan. For comparison, this is my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Princess Cut. It's a Skin Frost. It's huge. I've used this in like a year. Look at it. There's a big pan happening there, but like that's a lot of product. So You know, I did really enjoy it, but I should like bring it out again and like get some use on it, but I just haven't because I've been working on other things. This is another highlighter that I hit pan on last year. This is my Soft Glow highlighter in Opal. It's compact and I really like the color and I like the formula. There it is, quite a bit of pan in there. I know if I like committed to this too, I could probably get a lot of use on it, finish it in a year, I don't know, but there's that. My ColourPop palette, Ooh La La, the pink one. I hit pan on 2 shades last year, Tickled and Moonstruck, and those were also in my project last year. So the gold, a little one, and this pinky shimmery glitter thing. Currently I'm working on Soft Core, but you know, not a whole lot of progress happening. In my singles palette here, I'm not gonna like lift it up and show you, but this is what it is. It's a cute little Ouija board. I have 3 shades in here, but only one of them has pan, and I believe this is a Touch of Glam Beauty. The writing is so small I can't even see the shade number, but this was a eyeshadow. I did use this last year and hit pan on it. It's a pretty shade, but like I don't need these singles, so ideally I wouldn't have this palette. I just don't need singles, but it was a nice shade. I used it mostly as a highlighter. That's probably how I'm gonna have to use it in the future to get it used up, but right now I'm not working on it. I'm not focusing on it. I have other fish to fry. Physicians Formula All-Star palette. I was working on 2 different shades last year in my powder project pan or whatever, and I hit pan on 2 of those. It's a little bit crumbly in here. It's very crumbly formula, so I'm trying to be careful. Was the blush. There's a little pan peeking out up there, and then there's several pans on the powder, setting powder, super crumbly. I don't enjoy this Physicians Formula at all. It's not my favorite, and the palette's cardboard, which I don't love. So this will probably be a contender at some point in the future for a pan palette, I'm thinking. But right now, I'm not focusing on anything in it. My 30L Hit the Lights Morphe palette. This is a huge palette. I don't love it. It is warping because it is plastic. I don't think the formula is the best. I'm just gonna put that out there. But it's like my fun play palette, so you know, I do have some use on it, but not a ton. Lots of pans here and not that many with pan. But there is 4 shades, and I think I hit 3 out of 4 last year, so that's really great. There's this yellow shade, as you can see, quite a big dip. There's this highlighter shade that looks disgusting. There's this pressed glitter, and then there's like this kind of nudish peachy shade at the bottom. So that's really great. I don't really see me pulling for this as like an everyday or like palette. It really should just remain a play palette because the formula isn't great and the packaging also isn't great, but there that is. And the last product, which is a spoiler for my powder project pan, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. I hit pan on it yesterday. Very exciting. So you'll see this in the first official update of that. This is my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Plus Pore Blurring and Mattifying Face Powder. This is quite good and it really does mattify. You probably won't be able to see it, but I can see it. It's a really tiny pan. It's like over there somewhere. Can you see it? It's like a barely there little baby, tiny pan. I'm counting it, still counts. I'm still gonna be using that at least until the next update, and then I'll be rolling it out and rolling something else in. So there's still gonna be like a few days where I'm probably gonna get a few more uses on it, hopefully to like expand that pan because it's barely there. It's like a pin, but still counts. So that is everything for my products with pan in my collection, 2025 edition, like crazy. I'm super pleased with that I was able to more than double my numbers in the last year. That's really exciting. I do anticipate this year I'll probably be able to hit like an additional 10 pans. Hopefully use some of those up because it's a lot to talk about, let's face it, if I continued at this pace every year. And I do want to like ultimately use some of those up, actually quite a few of those. I have my sights on like 5 of them that I want to complete this year. So we'll have to just see how I do and see for next year's update what rolls in, what rolls out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.